JARA. Welcome to another episode of JARA Garden. Today is all about a medicinal discovery of a very special herb known as Stonebreaker. It grows in many places, tropical areas. Here in western Ghana, you can find it in the wild. Ola zoom. Here you can see the plants. Periodically the leaves fold up near the evening time. Very beautiful. It has seeds underneath the leaves. In the garden tour, I'll bring the camera and give you close-ups of all the Stonebreaker we have growing here. Regarding this marvelous discovery, I'm going to credit an empress by the name of Kaya. She's a Rastafari. She lives in Busia, and she has an ital shop called Kaya's Ital Vitals. Great restaurant. She cooks food. She's grown up here in Ghana, and she has a vast wealth of knowledge of the medicinal herbs, remedies for plants, different ailments, all sorts of things. She is an amazing person, and even more, a very strong doctor. Her wisdom was passed down through generations. She got it from her grandmother before them. So she is the first person to tell me about this herb, Stonebreaker. It has many uses. It treats kidney stones, certain viruses, diseases, helps with STDs, anything with the gut, bacteria. It does very well, hence the name Stonebreaker. Anything ailing you, you drink some leaves in the tea and it just breaks through it. You're right as rain. So she tipped me off to this amazing plant. And I was traveling with my friend Joe here. He's very into the local wildlife and fauna. I was telling him, hey, I'm looking for Stonebreaker to plant around JARA Garden. He said, follow me. The climate for Stonebreaker is a decent amount of moisture, so you don't want it too dry. Any area where water will come in and sit for a long time, Stonebreaker loves a rich, moist soil. They took me to a plains. It's closer to the seaside. Right now we're on a mountain, and down there when the water level gets pretty high, the water can come in and sit on the land for a bit. And there's Stonebreaker growing plenty there. Up in the mountains, I normally see it as a small bush, small shrubbery, if you will. Down there is damn near a tree. So we picked a lot from there and brought them here to plant in the garden. So I'll also show you the different experiments I'm doing with soil substrates and what will grow well dealing with the clay soil we have here. Because it's such a great medicine, I've been taking it, and there are many tourists that pass through here from Butra to Busia and back. So if anyone is in need of aid, ailing or ill, or has a sickness, Stonebreaker is one of the herbs I will recommend to them. An interesting pattern I notice, a few of my friends have gotten COVID in this area. I haven't been sick since I got here, knock on woods. Actually, play the non-sickness flute melody. That also works too. So God willing, we'll keep it that way. But for my friends that have had COVID, I started recommending Stonebreaker, and their rate of recovery was ridiculous. I have a friend, I'll leave his name out, I don't know if he wants his privacy or anything. But he was coming from Accra, which is where he picked up COVID. And I was going by his house with Joe. I said hi. said, oh, hello. But his high was a bit apprehensive, so I sensed the vibe was a bit off. So I said, oh, should I not come to you? Should I wait? He said, well, I have COVID. I said, okay. We went with Joe. Long story short, we brought him back some Stonebreaker. And that was further down in Boutre. It's about a 10-minute walk, and you got to go up a mountain to get to this land. The next day, I hear some people talking, and it's the friend I gave the herb to. And he was feeling amazing. Not only did it end his sickness, and he looked out of it. I mean, I've had COVID before in the US. Anyone that has COVID know it don't fuck around. That is some serious shit. But it healed him so fast. Not only did he get over his sickness, he decided to walk up a mountain and visit a neighboring village, which he normally doesn't even do without sickness, out illness. And I've observed anyone that's had COVID or symptoms, give them Stonebreaker, and it's just gone. And that is the magic of the medicine of the herb. As for its name, there are many traditional medicines here in Ghana. Why did I say here? Just all over the world. And the name and nomenclature can be a bit confusing. I know Stonebreaker is such a strong herb, it's got a pretty steady name. And to help the viewers understand this, Ghana is similar to India, where every village has its own language. And their language is more in symbology, kind of like ancient Egypt. Different glyphs mean certain things, or almost each one is a story, almost known as 8 and cross symbols. So that's more of the written language, the 8 and cross symbology, like Sankofa, and every phrase has a story behind it and a meaning. For everyday conversation, there isn't an agreed spelling on anything, because they had the 8 and cross system for all of that. So every village you go to, they have different names for the same herb. So Stonebreaker could be Kokom in one, or Kudoko or one, or Bololo or another. So really, I'm just going to name things off of who teaches me the name. And I'll carry it from there. There's also the scientific nomenclature, which I'm not going to bother with. I prefer the native name if I can procure that. I'm not trying to pronounce a 32-syllable word for YouTube and mispronounce it and all these things. All right. Now I will take you around the garden. You can see the new developments, and I'll show you the Stonebreakers I planted so you can see up close what the plant looks like and how to fix any ailing remedy you have. Remember, nature has a medicine for every disease anything on this planet faces. Transitio completo. Welcome. Let's peruse the watermelon patch. See, here is a Stonebreaker. He's very modest shrub and normally grows low to the ground. And how you can tell definitively, the leaves are very green, the deep forest green. And the real telltale sign is when you lift up on the underside, there are small seeds in the underbelly. Added some more over here. This one is doing better. From my experiments, Stonebreaker loves a bit of shade. about the water. Let's see. The small seeds there. Also very cool. I've never seen a plant have seeds on the stem like this. Very beautiful. Contumely is also going. The contumely loves this mixed planting. Black soil, a bit of clay, some charcoal, biochar. Oh, there's also some more watermelon seedlings here. Our process is 100% survival rate for nursing watermelon seeds. I'll go over that in another video. Because of that, we have plenty watermelon seeds all over. So I'm just planting them. Any spot I see where my spirit lies, goes through. I'm planting and planting. The contumely row. He's getting very big. I've noticed the roots of the contumely grow incredibly fast. I've been very surprised by the rate of their growth. I went to plant some watermelon seedlings the other day. For example, this contumely planted here, I put the seedlings here, and there was a huge new root just from about 3 or 4 days from the contumely. So really impressed with how they push. It looks like something else has enjoyed this contumely. Here, this Stonebreaker, very happy. This is one planted. See here, this one, the seeds are much bigger. Focus. This is another great trick for planting. If you have a shovel, you can go at an angle on the soil. Instead of digging it out bit by bit, you can get a chunk, a patch that has something already growing on it. That's what I've done here. And then I've put flowers or Stonebreaker underneath the patch. You put the patch on top, then you soak it with water. Anything you plant under this patch will do really well. The microbes in here help the Stonebreaker, any flowers growing. It works great for hibiscus, a lot of scented flowers. Very easy way to keep things alive, and it will self-water for about a week. Don't have to worry about it. If you have rainfall, also do even better. Here are the nursing twin palms. The energy of these trees is just amazing for nursing. So that's what we're doing. Here we have small onion cutting. You can see in there. Use the plastic. We're using what we have here. We are not billionaires. We're not rolling on yachts. So we're making do with what we have and slowly introducing glass when we can. My wife is saving these plants. She's going to do sweet potatoes in here. Here's some coconuts we got the other day. Here are dry coconuts. These are great for oil, but if you keep them watered, moist, they will sprout and they'll start seedling. So those are future coconut seedlings. Here's some more Stonebreaker. It seemed the really large ones experienced some shock in the transfer. So they've dialed back a bit. It looks like they're going for one stem to promote and then grow off of. I'm planting Stonebreaker plants at a medium-sized bushes. What else do we have here? Here's a chocolate tree, chocolate seedling. And it's fun. If you're ever wondering what a chocolate seedling is, you normally see the chocolate cocoa bits came out of this bag here. We planted 2 more I'll show in the garden tour. And here is where I originally found Stonebreaker on the garden. Also more contumery here and a pineapple. You can see the area here is very verdant. It's an enchanted glade. Look for some wild Stonebreaker. That's not one. That one's got spiky thorns. We are in the bush. This. Here we have wild Stonebreaker. See the seeds? Yeah, if you're on your property, there's probably a good chance they're this size if you have clay soil. If you're in a well-drained area, they'll be larger. Ooh. Our mango going well. Lemongrass. The watermelon patch, watermelon seedlings. Contumery. This one is our fastest growing contumery. I mean, look at this leaf. Ay, Dios mío. This is the contumery I was talking about that had the crazy root. I was digging these to plant these watermelon seedlings, and I noticed a huge root coming off of it. Here's our lime tree. Also a small watermelon seedling. Got a plantain back there, some lemongrass. And I'll show you another new arrival. Coconut, trying to shoot well. Alright, there, seen before a coconut. But here is duck in. This is guava. Planted yesterday with some companion watermelon seedlings. See how they do? Some over there. And you see I'm testing this style out where normally I would dig the clay soil in a pretty big patch. And I would layer with leaves and sticks and all things. That was great for coconuts. I'm trying out this method where you're making a mini raised bed essentially. And I have a lot of these cuttings from the people that make palm wine. They don't have a use for these. I'm collecting them. You can take 2 or 3, make a wall by digging a bit, and then you can build up your leaves, wood ash, charcoal, soil. What this will do, this will also convert the soil underneath. So it gives it a lot more room for rooting. Guava I'm getting much more of. I didn't know much about guava. Once my friend brought a few for me to try, I did my research. And I love anything with vitamin C. Mangoes, anything. There's a avocado tree. I learned guava has much more vitamin C than oranges. It loves clay soil, which is what we have here. It loves plenty water and plenty sun. Not only that, it grows in 3 years. So a lot of these, there's a pawpaw in there. Pawpaw takes about 3 years. Coconut, if you have a dwarf, which is what this is 3 years. Normally it can be 5 to 7, depending on the conditions. But guava is 3 years or shorter, so I'm going to get plenty more guava to plant. I cannot wait to have fruit year round. Here's the neem cutting. This is a branch from the Empress Sabina, her neem tree. Planted, it's coming along. Our patch. Tomatillo. Here moringa is sprouting from the seeds planted. Lemongrass here. Big old coconut. Deep water. There's also a few watermelon seedlings. I've noticed the bird population on the land has started to explode. Also, the cricket population. The bird population I don't mind because I love birds and their droppings really help for the fertility of the land. But the crickets, although they never truly kill a plant, they do eat a few leaves. And I have a sense if they get out of hand, it could cause problems. So leave a comment if you have any recommendations for dealing with crickets before things get too crazy. I've noticed a lot of lizards coming, so maybe high crickets will lead to more lizards and frogs. Other things, which is great. I believe the more diversity in a garden, the better. Here, we have our first tomatoes coming in. See, this one's just massive. This one has about 4 that I can see. Turns out tomatoes are a very great companion plant to plantains or bananas. There's also a lemongrass there to help control pests. You will need to give it plenty of potassium, be it through manure, mulch, or wood ash. Don't overdo the wood ash. Plantains, bananas, and tomatoes, they both consume a lot of potassium. Grow well, tomato. It will be delicious, fragrant, and blessed. You can see cassava. I planted all over on the sides of the path. We can harvest easily while walking. Mango. This is a lovely flower. So this is actually from a vine. You can see here. And this flower is similar to the honeysuckle family. The scientific name is absolutely ridiculous. I will not be uttering that. Jumblation of syllables together. But what this is, it's a very pleasant smelling flower. And I would describe it as if you crossed honeysuckle with lavender and they had a baby. You can see the purple lilacs. Don't drink it. It's not going to kill you or anything. It's just mildly stomach upsetting. What I've been doing, you can take a few and put them in a glass jar, and you have a bit of flower arrangements that really smell up your whole room or house. And in the evening, so here now in about 2 hours, they smell even stronger. Butterflies love them. I also put them on my pillow a bit before night. That will make you have very pleasant dreams. If you're having a problem sleeping or having hard dreams, use some of this plant. Lavender also works. Put that on your pillow and you will sleep soundly. You're the one for me. Another new coconuts. Coconuts love this type of start where you put them 3/4 surrounded by trees. Still has direct access to the sun. 'Cause you're the one for me. Mm-hmm. Shout out to SVW, always a banger group. The amount of things planted is just growing exponentially. It's getting to the point where every time I walk 2 steps, I see 10 things I need to mention. So, but time, as always, is running. So, we will conclude this another JARA video. Thank you so much for watching, your support, kind words, donations. They mean a lot, and they really help our family make this a blessed place. You're doing well wherever you are. Oh, this is tight. Man, this stand, it does its job, but it is not easy to maneuver. As always, remain healthy, remain blessed, prosperous. Have a wonderful day. Sleep soundly, awake well. Everything is going to be fine.